welcome to my channel. My name is Elunic, and in today's video I am building a castle. Lately I've been building a lot of castles. Lately, I mean as in this year. I started off with the black castle, and then I made a toy castle. Then I made a sand castle, and now it is a ruin castle. Um, the reason why I've been making all of these castles lately is because I've kind of been on this castle vibe, I think. And when I wanted to try and build big builds because that's not really my strong side to make big builds. So I decided I need to work on that. And for me, a big build is a castle or something old, because where I'm from, I'm not really used to seeing really huge normal family houses. I'm not used to seeing that. So I decided, what am I used to see that is big and that you often see that is big, and that is castles. At least for me it is. And so what's that? Fine, we'll make a castle. And I kind of want to try and make them different, and that's why it's been the black castle with story to it. And then I want to make a toy castle because I kind of had a Cinderella thing going on, and and then I want to play in the sand, but due to the situation now we can't really leave our houses, and that's why we ended up with a sand castle. And then I want to work on this big island here, and this, if you when you zoom out of this map, in case you didn't notice, but around this island is a lot of ruins. So it looks like this has either been a really old village, or it has been one huge village, or just huge castle or something. So I thought it kind of fits the theme, you know. Once upon a time, this place used to be like this extremely huge castle, and now this is what's left of it. And I wanted to make it seem like they are working on it, so that's why it's like rocks all over the place, and like the roof aren't complete, and you can see that I add a lot of stuff on top of the roof, so it looks like they are still working on it, but they're not done yet. And I really enjoy that. When it comes to castles and my own situation with castles, it's quite interesting, because in Norway we don't really have those kind of castles that you see in down in Europe or in England, like those history castles. We don't really have that much of that here, at least not that size that I have other places. And it's interesting because I remember my first time going to the castle in Norway where the king and queen lives, and I was expecting this fantasy castle with you know, like Disney castles. I was expecting that, and when you come there, it doesn't look like that at all. It's just one huge box, and I was so disappointed. It really killed my fantasy vibe that time. I was so disappointed. It was weird. So I always look to other countries when I think about castles. We have some similar, but they are like they're not castles. You can't really call them a castle. In Norway we call them a borg, but I don't think castle is the right word for it. If you don't know, a borg is how do you say that in English? It's like a smaller castle, but not as fabulous as a castle is. Like where your high lords live, but not the king and queen. If you think about how history is different. And I probably think that, of course, the royal in Norway way back, this must have been extremely fancy. But then when you think about how it is down in the rest of Europe and England, and I mean, it's completely different. So I think it's interesting to watch. But for me personally, I kind of now made the different castles, big and small. Well, maybe not so small, but I wanted to try and make a little bit different, but still have the same theme of a castle. Also, I wanted to build on a bigger lot and make it one complete build and not just one build split up into villagers that I've usually done when I build on these big lots. And I mean, I love doing that. I absolutely love doing that, and I'm of course going to keep doing that. But now I just want to make one huge build that is, well, one big build that is meant for one thing. This is the only house. Well, anyway, I had a lot of fun creating it, and I was surprised that it took me as long as it did. Not because I lack of fancy, because that wasn't really the problem. I think a lot of the problem that I'm struggling with, that I also mentioned in my last video, is bugs in this game, and it kind of sets me back a lot when it comes to being able to be creative. Something is blocking you, and it really makes me a bit upset, because I really want to create something wow, and something just says no, you aren't allowed to do that. And oh, it hurts, it really do hurts, because you don't really get to complete the image that you have in your head, and I don't like that. So it took me a while. I had to turn off the game and come back, and turn off the game and come back. I had to do that a couple of times before I felt I was happy with it, and I am really happy with how it turned out. I think I really like this build. I think my favorite part of it is, of course, the roofs. I really enjoyed making those holes in the roof so it looks like you are working on it, and adding planks and greens and rocks and stuff on top of it. And the ruins that you see are from the debugs items, so you can find them easily and play around with them. It was a lot of fun to do that. And I think my other favorite is the water, adding rocks in the water, around the water, that little waterfall. In the start I had one waterfall on each side, but then one vanished, which kind of annoyed me. I don't really know how to fix this, but I decided as long as I have the one, I'm just gonna let it stay like this. And I did. I had a fish swimming around, but then I noticed that I wasn't really sure which one it was, but one of the small fishing sign was bigger or something, because suddenly you saw the fish jumping around inside the house. So I had to find out which one is that, and find it and delete it, because it was weird to watch in the kitchen and suddenly see fishes jumping around on the floor. Which was weird that it actually went that far, but it did, so okay. And but I found it, of course, and removed it, but it's still fun to see that it's fish swimming around in the water, and I'm really happy with it. This one, I'm quite happy, and yeah, I hope you will enjoy it. If you feel like downloading it, you can find it in my gallery, so if you want to play around with it or have a look at it, you can do that. It's under my name, Elunic, and it should be quite easy to find, I think. I hope. Other than that, the plan to the build was also to make like a funny story to it. this is usually my plan every time I make something weird. I always have a story in my head when I start to create something or get an idea that I want to work on. The idea usually starts shaping is in my head what this is. And of course I got a little bit of it, and I've told you the idea behind the build. But the stories, I've kind of started to not adding all the stories. I think I'm gonna keep some of my stories more for a Halloween, maybe a Christmas, maybe. I'm not really sure. But last time I made a story, it was the Black Rock Castle, and I actually had to make the video longer because the story ended up being longer than the video itself. So I had to add more to the video to keep, because I tried to keep the story shorter, but I felt like you kind of missed out on details that I felt was necessary. So yeah, I'm not really good with keeping the stories short. I feel like if they are too short, the point disappears, or the story disappears. So yeah, you got a little bit longer. I might try and make just like a funky little story to it, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, I also want to say thank you to all of you who has subscribed to my channel. Last week I hit 200 subscribers, and that's huge for me, and I will make a video where this is the main subject, but I just had to say thank you so much. The point was that this video was supposed to be up on Sunday, but real life and stuff kinda made it all into different situation, and that's why it's late. But I will of course get a video up for the 200 subscribers, and I'm so happy to hit that goal. I didn't really expect it at all, and for some this is maybe just a low number, but for me this is a huge number, and I'm so proud and thankful, and I don't have words how to explain how happy this makes me feel. I know that not 200 people always watch my videos, that I do know, but it's still seeing that I have 200 subscribers is a big deal for me. And so again, thank you. I haven't completely 100% decided what the build for 200 will be yet, but I have an idea, and it probably won't be this really long video because I think it will be simple. I hope. I'm not gonna say for sure, but also just because the video isn't long doesn't mean that I'm less thankful. I really am thankful for all the comments, for all the likes, and for all the nice words. Even if you don't like my builds, that's totally fine. But I'm just super grateful, and I just want you to know that yeah, I'm really happy about it. I also see that I got more followers on Twitter, and that's also super nice. And please let me know if you have any things that you would see me build or try to build. Just let me know in the YouTube comments or on my Twitter channel. The links are on, they are on my page, I think. On my banner, you can click there and you will be sent to my Twitter. Other than that, I think I will end it here. I just want to say that thank you a lot for that, and a little bit about my castle. I don't think I will be making so many more castles. I might try to either go back to making small for a little bit, or at least try to make maybe something different, but not one huge complete build. It's it might seem really easy, but sitting down and just constantly trying to having the images in your head, even though it's really simple build, it's not really difficult at all, but just, I don't know, browsing your brain as you're building. Yeah. Anyway, I really did enjoy it, and I was having a great time making it, and I hope you have a great time watching this video. Yet again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and please, if you're new here, leave a subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.